Welcome to this video on navigating love and immigration after graduation. We will explore what the 60-day F-1 grace period really means, how to act fast, and which options could work depending on your situation. We will cover OPT, returning to school, marriage-based status changes, and hard truths, plus an actionable plan and a quick quiz. Let's begin. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll define the 60-day grace period. Next, we'll examine three main options: OPT, returning to school, and marriage-based changes. Then, we'll talk about the hard truths and build a step-by-step action plan. After that, we'll test your knowledge with short quizzes, summarize key takeaways, and end with an important disclaimer. Graduation flips the hourglass. From the program end date, most F-1 students get a 60-day grace period to prepare their next step or depart the United States. This period is not for unauthorized work, and it is shorter than many expect. As we proceed, we'll map your options so you can use each day wisely. Here is the landscape. You have approximately 60 days after your program end date to make a decision. During this time, you cannot work without authorization. Timely steps include filing for OPT, transferring your SEVIS record to a new degree program, and enrolling, or exploring a marriage-based application, if and only if the relationship is genuine and the process is appropriate. Failing to act in time increases the risk of unlawful presence and complicates future entries and options. Early professional guidance is essential. Optional practical training is the most common bridge. It authorizes employment in your field for 12 months, and for eligible STEM graduates, there is a 24-month extension for a maximum of 36 months. The critical move is to apply promptly. A timely and properly filed I-765 can extend lawful stay while the case is pending, even if you do not yet have a job offer. Coordinate with your designated school official to receive a SEVIS recommendation and a new I-20 before filing. Be aware of unemployment limits. Up to 90 days during post-completion OPT, and if you later obtain the STEM extension, the total unemployment allowance can reach 150 days across both periods. Processing often takes months, so pick start dates carefully, and keep evidence like receipts, updated I-20s, and notices. Although there are limited expedite pathways, they are not guaranteed. Now let's compare OPT with going back to school for time and cost. Here's a side-by-side view. OPT helps maintain status by authorizing employment and carries no new tuition burden, but you must secure qualifying work and watch unemployment days. By contrast, returning to school resets your F-1 timeline and offers academic resources but demands significant tuition and full-time enrollment. Without a long-term immigration plan, a new program can simply delay tough decisions. Enrolling in a new degree program is the sure way to restart the F-1 clock, but it is expensive. You will need full-time enrollment, a timely SEVIS transfer, and a new I-20. Be cautious of any questionable work authorization shortcuts, such as so-called DAY1 captain arrangements that may draw scrutiny. This route makes most sense if the program legitimately advances your academic or career objectives. Always coordinate with your current DSO and the new school's international office on transfer timing. A marriage-based filing can be the fastest path to long-term residency for those in genuine relationships. However, marriages formed or filed near the end of the grace period draw intense scrutiny. Applications often include a family petition, adjustment of status, financial sponsorship, work authorization, travel authorization, and a medical exam. Your case hinges on proving a bona fide relationship with extensive documentation, such as joint housing and finances, family integrated photos, message histories, and affidavits. Any misrepresentation can lead to serious penalties. Because timing, travel, and evidence strategy are complex, consulting an experienced immigration attorney immediately is critical. Next, we will visualize the marriage case journey. This sequence diagram lays out the typical journey. You first consult on strategy, build your evidence of a bona fide relationship, and then submit the application package. USCIS will issue receipts and schedule biometrics. If filed with adjustment, work and travel cards may be approved while the green card case is pending. Finally, you attend the interview and receive a decision. Careful tracking of notices and deadlines is essential. This table summarizes each pathway's typical costs, timelines, and risks. Exact government fees changed in 2024, so always verify on the USCIS website. OPT usually takes months to an employment authorization document. Returning to school requires significant tuition and provides an immediate status reset upon enrollment. Marriage-based adjustment involves multiple forms: receipts in weeks, potential interim work and travel authorization in months, and an interview later. Risk is highest where scrutiny is intense or finances are substantial. This timeline emphasizes the urgency. From graduation, the first 30 days should focus on gathering documents and meeting with your DSO or an attorney. By days 31 to 45, you should be filing OPT, processing a school transfer, or, if appropriate, preparing a marriage-based package with robust evidence. The final 2 weeks act as a buffer to correct mistakes, or, if necessary, plan a timely departure. Day 60 is a hard stop. Do not overstay. Question: how long is the typical F-1 grace period after your program end date? Options are 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, and 90 days. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video.
The correct answer is 60 days. This is the standard grace period after the F-1 program end date.
Question: when should you apply for OPT if you do not have a job offer? Options are: wait until you have a job offer, apply immediately within the allowed window, apply after the 60-day grace period ends, or only STEM graduates can apply. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is to apply immediately within the allowed window. A timely and properly filed OPT application can preserve lawful stay while the case is pending, even if you have not secured a job yet. Here is a rapid plan. First, contact your DSO for specific OPT timing and requirements. Next, schedule an immigration consultation. Then assemble your identity and status documents, including passport, I-94, all I-20s, and transcripts. Decide your primary path among OPT, a new program, or, if appropriate, a marriage-based filing. If proceeding with OPT, prepare the I-765 package and ensure you have the SEVIS OPT recommendation. If returning to school, coordinate admission and SEVIS transfer. If pursuing a marriage-based path, build strong bona fide evidence and list required forms. On day 3, file and immediately begin tracking receipts and deadlines. Throughout, avoid unauthorized work and do not allow the 60-day period to expire.
Finally, maintain a backup departure plan in case filings cannot be completed on time. Use this quick reference checklist to stay organized. Confirm your program end date, choose a path, file promptly, maintain complete records, set reminder systems for critical dates, and always have a backup departure plan. Here are the core habits. File early. Maintain detailed records. Never work without authorization. If pursuing a marriage-based case, document your relationship thoroughly. Keep the 60-day deadline front and center. Budget for fees and tuition. Finally, do not skip expert guidance. Not every situation has a timely solution. If you cannot file a viable option within the 60 days, a voluntary and timely departure may be the safest long-term move. Re-entering soon after F-1 on a tourist visa can be difficult. Some couples maintain their relationships long distance until a better pathway becomes available. Above all, prioritize maintaining legal status and realistic planning. This presentation is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Immigration rules change and outcomes are highly fact-specific.
Please consult a qualified immigration attorney to evaluate your circumstances before taking action. In summary, time is your most valuable asset. OPT is a practical bridge for many. Returning to school buys time at a cost, and marriage-based filings are only for genuine relationships with strong evidence. If none of these fit within your timeline, depart on time and reassess from abroad. Track every deadline and seek expert guidance. Thank you for watching. If this video helped, please like, share, and subscribe. Post your questions and experiences in the comments so others can learn from them as well.